In this video, I will show you how you can have meteors. So with that enemy base, we create some meteors so it will go toward us and try to hit us. Let's see how we can do that. Now we have a BP enemy base that we create ships from, and all the ships that we want to create, we can just create it from enemy ship base. The difference between enemy base and enemy ship base is that enemy ship base can follow the player and can shoot a laser at the player, right? So from now on, whatever we want to add to these ships, ship level 1, level 2, and all the others, we can add them to the enemy ship base. And now from this enemy base that cannot shoot at all, we want to create another type of enemy that is called meteor. And if you go to content, go to asset, go to textures, go to enemy, we have meteors that you can see in here. We have meteor big, meteor medium, and meteor small. Why we have those? Let's say in here we have a big meteor, right? And we shoot at it and it will convert to 2 medium meteor, right? And if we shoot on each one of them, it will create 2 small meteor like this, right? So first we have a big meteor, and if you shoot it, it will create 2 medium meteor, and if you shoot those medium meteor, it will create a small meteor, right? So let's see how we can do that. For doing that, first we need to convert all of these textures to a sprite so we can use it. So select all of these textures inside meteors and go to sprite action and apply paper to the texture setting. After that, right click on one of them, go to sprite action and create a sprite. That's it. Now we have a sprite for all of them, as you can see over here. Now from this enemy base, we want to create our meteor. So by default, it has all of this. It will have access to BP player. It has can follow or not, that we want to make it false. It has is alive, it has impact damage amount. So if it hit the player with its body, it will apply some damage to it. It has movement speed, it has health as well. So you can see it has lots of things at the beginning. Just by creating our Meteor blueprint from this enemy base, right? Because it has a lot of things already inside it. Right click on it, create a child from it, and I want to call it BP enemy Meteor base. So all kind of meteor we can just create it from this meteor base. We want to be organized, so that's why I want to create a new folder and I want to call it meteor, right? And put this enemy meteor base in there, move it there, that's it. Now double click on it to open it. This meteor, we want to start from a big meteor, right? So first thing first, change the sprite for no, of course. Search for meteor, one of these big ones, right? That's it. Now let's just go to left side so it will be easier to change the stuff in here. For example, the box collision, we want to change the size of it just like this, make it smaller like this. We can change the location of this sprite like this, and I think that looks good. If I go to event graph, you can see it will do everything that enemy base is doing. For example, whatever we connect to the event begin play in the enemy base, it will happen in here because we connect the parent begin play in our meteor base, right? So what we need in here, so you can see we have access to BP player because we did it over here. We have health system, and it will show a health UI as well. Beautiful. Next, it has some invincibility timer as well. Just by creating enemy meteor base from enemy base. Beautiful, right? Now for all the enemy meteor base, we want to go to class default and change some stuff. For example, this enemy meteor base or any meteor can't follow the player, so just disable this can follow. And now if we go to enemy base on the event tick, you can see none of these will happen. Why? Because the can follow for all the meteors will be false, right? So none of these will happen. It won't follow our player at all because the can follow is false. So we don't need these parent tick because none of them will happen. But we need to find a way to move our meteor. We want to check at the begin play what is the direction from any meteor to our player and save that direction, and after that go to that direction. Doesn't matter if our player changes position, it will still should go to that direction that was saved at the begin play, right? So let me show it in here. For example, we have our player P, right? So at the begin play, our meteor get that direction and it will save it inside the variable and it will go there. If the player move its position, it's good. The meteor will go there again and it will continue that path until it goes off of the screen, right? So that's what we want. At the begin play, we get the direction from our meteor to the player and we save it inside the variable and we go there. And for doing that, we need to use a node that is called find look at rotation, right? We want to get the rotation from this meteor or any meteor to our player. So on a start, you want to get the actor location, right? Just like that. And the target is our player. We have access to the player, but you can see it's not in variable because in the enemy base, we get the player and we save it inside the BP player, as you can see in here, and we create this enemy meteor base. From that enemy base, we can just right click and search for BP player and we have access to it. You can see get BP player. It's from the parent class, right? And we can get the actor location off of it, get the actor location. Beautiful. And this is our target. And now this will give us the direction or rotation that we should go to, right? So if the player doesn't move, we will hit it. Right click on this rotation, promote to a variable, and I want to call it initial rotation or direction, right? So with that, just connect it to begin play. It will happen once. And now with that, with the event tick, we can go to that direction. So now for going to that direction, we can get this initial rotation, right? And get its forward vector. So search for get forward vector off of this initial rotation. We can multiply this by some big value because the forward vector is a length of 1. So right click on this one, change it to float and change this speed to something like 100, right? This is the movement speed. And if you remember, any enemy base has the movement speed and we can use it, right? There is a variable inside the enemy base that because the parent class of this meteor base is the enemy base, we can use that, right? So just search for movement speed, right? Beautiful. By default, it is 100. Next, because in any PC, we want this meteor to have the same speed. That's why we need to multiply all of these by word delta second. So get the word delta second and multiply it by all of these values. Now we can add these to the location of our meteor. So get the actor location, and now with that, if we set the actor location with this new location that we are calculating in here, it will add to the actor location in this direction with this speed. right? Beautiful. Now we can say set actor location and connect these to its new location and connect these to event tick. Now let's see what will happen. If we just delete these two, so it will be easier to see it over here, and put these enemy meteor base inside our level. Let's just put 2 of them so you can see it's working. Now if we run, you can see both of them will go toward us, and whenever it hits us, it will get destroyed and it will apply damage to us. Just look at it. Beautiful. Again, if we change its position just like this, put it over here and put it over here, you can see both of them will go toward us and it will try to destroy us, right? If we change our position, you can see it won't hit us anymore. Beautiful.